What's up, y'all? It's been a while since I've given you a shop tour. I apologize for that. We've just been super busy, and I've been busy, and it's kind of just haven't thought too much about it. But here we are. It's already April 2023. Let's get you a shop tour. All right, first up, we've got this 1950 Chevrolet Styline Deluxe. Super solid Arizona car. We have got it scattered everywhere. We just disassembled this joker, trying to get it ready to set over on its new chassis, which I'll show you shortly. You can see those floors. Pretty dang solid old car from what we can tell. Obviously that can change after we get it blasted, but it was all there. We've got it mostly apart. We're going to have to build an entire floor just about for this thing to get it sitting how we want, but excited to get this thing in here finally. We're gonna do a mild custom, chop the top. It's got a 15-inch wide whites with sombrero caps, LS. You can see we've got it scattered literally everywhere. All right, we can through all the mess, but at least we know we've got plenty of parts. I don't even think some of these parts were for this car, but they were all in it, and we've got it all out. So moving on, we've got the 69 Mustang. It's changed a little since the last time you've seen it, but it's about together. We need to put some more miles on this thing and give it back to the customer. But for those of you just now joining in, it's got a Crate 408 small block Ford, Holly Sniper EFI, the Vintage Air front runner, Bryce Thomas US radiator, aluminum radiator with dual electric fans, excess power battery. If you haven't seen these, they're pretty cool. I like the way they look. Got a sweet nostalgic feel. We've got full Ride-Tech coilover suspension on this thing, big wheel woods all the way around, Vintage Air. Super cool, timeless looking car. Got new Vintage USA gauges. We've just got to get that dash pad back together on this thing. It's got mostly the factory interior in it. It's got a painless harness, but sits good, runs good, sounds good. It's a neat old car. And who doesn't love a 69 fastback, right? Super clean up underneath it. Hopefully it will be going home here sometime soon. And here's that chassis I was telling you guys about that's going to go under that 50 Chevrolet Styline. So we just got a LS with a 4L60E mocked up. Got this awesome Borla 8-stack fuel injection. Got the Vintage Air front runner. It's a Scott's Hot Rods, a super slam chassis, so we're hoping this thing should about lay rocker on the ground. You know, wheelwood disc brakes all the way around, rear 4-link setup, 9-inch Ford. You know, pretty straightforward. Should be a great foundation for that car. Moving on, you guys have probably recognized this truck. We built this a couple years ago. It's back. We're actually about to get it cleaned up and take it to the spring rod run and pigeon forge. But before that, it's got big wheel woods put on it, 6 piston calipers in the front. And then we just put these 4 pistons on in the back to really hopefully try to fill those wheels up a little more. And then this past winter, we put the full QA1 coilover suspension front and rear. Really, this truck really needed that. It's a super nice truck. Got the big shot wheels on the back. It's got the torque arm suspension. And again, the big wheel woods in the front. Coilover suspension. Super cool truck. It's got a 427 cubic inch small block from Smithson. I think it's 500, between 500 and 600 horsepower. But yeah, that's what we've got over here in the clean shop. Let's go see what we've got in the dirty shop. All right, so we're here in the body shop. We've got this killer 64 Corvette. We've been working on stripping it and fixing all the fiberglass issues that we found once we got it stripped. This thing was rough, had all kinds of just chunks missing, a bunch of had to do a lot of repairs on the floor to just get it back where it had the strength to it. And now we're about to get started on the body work. Again, this car is sitting on the Scott's Hot Rods chassis. It's got a brand new Chevrolet Performance LS3, Tremec TKX 5-speed. Wheelwood brakes all the way around, but yeah, you can see it's the Scott's coilover chassis. Nice units, 4-link in the back, IFS in the front, nice and dusty. But yeah, this is going to be a neat little car, 64 Corvette Roadster. Should fly or feel like it's flying with that little LS3. It's 430 horsepower. But yeah, finally got it stripped, got most of the fiberglass work repaired done. It's time to start doing some body work and get this thing straight. So yeah, awesome platform. These old cars are a pain to work on, but they're definitely worth it when it's all finished. But yeah, we got parts everywhere. Let's see what we got in here. All right, we got a bunch of parts right there, but we've got the 4940 here. I don't believe you guys have seen. So this is a somewhat local car. It was already painted and running and driving, as you can see, and we are redoing it. It's going to get painted, but right now we're doing some mechanical, electrical stuff to it. Right here, we're putting a new harness in it, as you can tell. Vintage air. It had 2 gauges right there. We welded them up and then replaced it with 1 big gauge. And then we've got all the other gauges going right here, and then we added a clock as well, just kind of tie it all in and make the dash look a little more symmetrical and just, I guess, pretty, if nothing else. So we've got the hush mat down on the floors. You can see that. That'll really help with sound and heat. Up here, this is a cool feature of this car. It has got a big block Cadillac, so it's a 472. Again, we're rewiring it, adding the Holly Sniper, doing an entire fuel system. And again, this thing's going to get body and paint work as well, but we're trying to get it back where we can move it under its own power. Another cool aspect of this car is it's got a quick change. So how cool is that? I was thinking I should try to steal that and put it in a little hot rod, build myself a hot rod. But anyway, it had just an ugly old plastic fuel cell right here. We put the factory tank back under it. One thing we didn't think about though was that quick change. So we had to move the tank rearward to clear it. We had to, can't really see it, but we built the floor. We had to move the fill neck back, so we cut that out, moved everything back. A little bit of a pain, but we also added a couple access doors in that floor panel that we built for the sending unit and the fuel pump. But you can see here, that's why that's like that, because we had to move it all back. Hopefully you won't know unless you know. We'll keep moving on. This is actually a console we built for this car as well. So we're going in that. Have vintage air controls. It's got we found the 49 Ford radio to put back in it. Shifter, parking brake, vintage air vents right here. So get that covered to look pretty nice and do its job. Over here, 38 Chevrolet Coupe. You've seen it before. We have done a ton of metal work to this thing since you've last seen this, at least on our YouTube channel, I believe. Again, we've got the 55 Chevrolet dash grafted in here. Got some seats. Trying to get everything mocked up. Shifter. Got a battery back there. Gonna have an amplifier in the sub. But yeah, getting this thing mocked up before we blow it apart. So, pretty cool stuff. You know, we're building most of the firewall, trying to get the grill and everything to fit. We had to build these braces back. Those are new because the other ones were rotted off. Down here, it's pretty cool. We made these little gravel guard pieces, bead rolled them. They turned out nice. That's a little inner fender, kind of finisher off. And then we've got an Alumacraft grill, which we've been trying to keep covered up so we keep it nice. Those things, Dan does a really good job with that stuff, and we want to make sure we keep it in good shape. So yeah, that's a 38 Chevrolet. We've already, you can see, we had the bumpers front and rear on. We kind of had to modify or remake some brackets because we flushed them up against the fenders as closely as we could to make them look nice and neat. We've got some shot wheels ordered for this thing. Hopefully the next video you will be able to see this thing on the ground with them. So yeah, 38 Chevrolet car, 49 Ford. That's it. All right, well, thank y'all for joining along. Remember to like and subscribe, comment if you like. We'll try to do this more often. I know I've been slacking. We'll get you some more content, and you just stay tuned.